It's mostly in stocks or just cash.
Why so much cash?
Yeah, so cash is an interesting thing. I initially had I have about 30% of my entire portfolio sitting in cash. And initially I just wanted this cash to buy a home in California, which you need a lot of cash for down payment. I also would like to put more than 20% down to kind of lower my payments. But these days, with the interest rates so high with mortgages, I'm kind of thinking about holding back on that for a little bit and seeing if I can just like maybe do something else with that cash, or just kind of put right now it's just in high yield savings. So it's earning 5-ish%. So I don't feel bad about that. Obviously I could probably maximize it by putting it all in the market, but I think having some cash on the sidelines affords you a lot of opportunities that you might not otherwise be able to pursue. For example, if you had a lot of cash and you were working at a job you didn't really like, you might feel a little bit more comfortable, quitting that job and then maybe working on something of your own, giving it a try for 3 to 6 months. Whereas if you didn't have that cash, you might feel really tied to that job and like you can't quit.
Working in corporate America, I worked as a consultant, I worked in banking, I worked as a product manager for 5, 6, 7 years. And that's finally at age 28 when I said, I can afford to make bigger risks now because there's that little bit of cushion. It's kind of like you're describing, as long as you have cash and you've built something up, it mentally frees you to go and do things that you wanted to be.
I definitely agree. I think a lot of what we're talking about right here is that sometimes the right financial decision is not the most psychologically pleasing one, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I could risk all my cash in the market, but psychologically that might actually hurt my peace of mind. And so sometimes the right peace of mind decision is not the right financial decision, if that makes sense. I think I'd rather have the peace of mind of having that cash.
You've also made trade-offs in your own life to try and build those savings.
Sure.
I've heard you mention in previous pods, like you didn't date for a very, very long time.
That was not by choice.
Well, you were living out of your dad's house until you were 34, which was a financial decision that helped you build the cushion to make riskier decisions like be a YouTuber.
Okay, so I will say this. Definitely not by choice. Definitely if you're single, hit me up. But let me say this.
This is the face of Gen Z Warren Buffett. Why wouldn't you want to date Humphrey here?
So I did move out for a year. I did try San Francisco in 2017 I had 2 roommates, still pretty new to dating at that. But even when I was living at home, I kind of rationalized it because my dad was in Asia a lot, that, I kind of have the home to myself. I'm home 9 months or he's gone 9 months out of the year. I have the home to myself 3 to 6 months.